Hello dear friends. The sun warms you and heals you. Mother Earth gives you flowers every day. Your body serves you tirelessly, offering you a vehicle for your soul. Your guides love, encourage and cheer you in your earthly adventures. Shift your focus from scarcity to abundance. Opinion piece. Shifting realities. The magic is coming. There is a great upheaval. There is a feast at the end. Success is the only option. Everything is increasing in frequency. The world is not ending. Society is traumatized. Everything is happening for us to see. Quantum products in the shops. Higher consciousness is established. How to think outside the programmed box. Through its referendum on the use of cash. Let's start. Shifting realities is a term popularized in internet culture in 2020, mainly on TikTok, for the practice of transferring or shifting consciousness to a parallel universe. The practice is similar to astral projection and lucid dreaming. Children have this natural ability, do this by instinct, and travel to other imaginary worlds. Practitioners explain the phenomenon as made possible by multiverse theory, but also describe it as a spiritual practice involving the exploration of deeper consciousness. The process involves relaxation, visualization, and affirmations, similar to the process of meditation or self-hypnosis. The experience is said to be similar to astral projection and manifestation. While astral projection claims to explore the astral plane, shape-shifting claims that one's consciousness becomes aware of an alternate self and links the idea of a higher self and deeper levels of consciousness. A similar shift can be seen when a yogi gained a siddhi or superpower, where more advanced yogis could travel between dimensions and realize supernatural powers. This was done by the pharaohs with palladium alchemy to open interdimensional portals. Reality shifting is the possibility to move to another universe or reality consciously and at will. According to Pablo Lopez, shifting is based on the existence of different realities, where each person exists, but in different versions of your reality. However, unlike what series and films show, what travels to another reality is not our body but our mind. That is to say, our consciousness connects with the self of another reality that we want to access, maintaining to a certain extent the notion of ourselves. To shifting, you need to know the world you want to access. Learning. Earth has given humankind the most incredible learning platform ever offered. According to Sandy Stevenson, incredible learning is gained through physical incarnation, as we encounter a multitude of people with whom we choose to interact mentally, emotionally, physically, and a meeting of the heart-soul. For many, this form of learning is coming to an end. We are moving into more advanced and more comfortable ways of growing spiritually, using higher frequencies of light. While we are incarnated, our light frequency is still compatible with the 3D frequency energy band, so that we can experience three-dimensional types of events that teach wisdom and love. Now that we are moving out of 3D, we need to increase our light level for higher fifth-dimensional learning. When a soul's frequency is compatible with the frequency of a higher dimension, that dimension becomes visible. We are now being helped on the widest scale imaginable to let go of the third-dimensional reality and frequency we have experienced on Earth. We need to raise our frequency to help humankind let go of the reality created for 3D learning to occur. We are shown that the world we thought was real is mostly false, and we are encouraged to let go of the massive deception. not everyone. Not everyone wants higher learning at this time, as some wish to continue with their 3D experience, feeling that there is more to learn. Those people do not need to raise their frequency. They will move to other planets that provide a three-dimensional frequency band that will no longer exist on Earth. We are dealing with a traumatized and brainwashed society that surrendered their individual sovereignty, and now find it difficult to think outside the programmed box. People have been left with millions of beliefs and little self-respect. We may not think people are traumatized, but they are. We need to tread carefully and not add to the overwhelm and the stress. The dire predictions of a massive disaster, such as nuclear war, will not happen. The awakening was never going to be a sudden mass event, but large numbers of people are waking up every day. Some people have said that the great solar flash called the warning would occur and cause a shift in consciousness, but I am inclined to hint that if that were to happen, it would be only after each soul had the best opportunity to gain the truth through its own efforts. There is an optimal process involved in awakening. It is about the individual gaining self-mastery by recognizing the truth for himself. It seems that the more personal experience involving perseverance, examination, investigation, and cognition helps the consciousness more than simply believing that information handed to it on a plate. Frequency. We need to increase our frequency of light. It is a good idea to avoid negative energies from the media. We may not know the details of the divine plan, but it can be of great help if we think about the kind of events that fit the goal of humankind. Common sense dictates that we create as little mass trauma as possible in order for the Earth to continue on a smooth upward trajectory. Our planet is of free will. We have had many unforeseen events learning from our inexperience and naivety on the way of becoming wise. The awakened population will bring initiatives and new ways for humankind to move forward in communities that restore a sustainable natural world. The magic is coming. There is an after-mission banquet in the higher realms. It is rapidly filling up as people complete their individual role on Earth. The banquet is fun, and it is where most of the missionaries of light and starseeds will be heading to see the final steps in Earth's ascension. News from the Reset or Reset News. Juan Osabin and Michael Jaco say it has begun. Dark side narrative fails according to X22 report. The bond market time bomb is teetering on a knife's edge, and anything could set it off, writes Gregory Manarino. On Sunday, 12th February, Donald Trump tweeted, "The storm is upon us." Actor Mel Gibson denounces the presence of evil in Hollywood. Special message from JFK Jr. We came, we kicked ass, we left, mission accomplished. According to Logan, Biden signed ISO 20022 to push digital currency. In response, the Restored Republic took over the operation for US Inc. I don't know what the hell Goldilocks is talking about postponing this until July, adds Logan. Jared Rand conference call. It is all for us to see. The revelation is here and they are facilitating it. There are stages and humanitarian funds to come first. There is no time limit to be able to exchange. The financial reset is a done deal for all humankind. It will happen and soon. We have to rebuild the infrastructure of the entire planet. Project Odin is an operation connected to the Starlink satellites that controls all the world's networks and can bypass all digital media platforms in addition to the EBS emergency broadcast system. Coalition news by Mark Buckman. Success is the only option. There will be a great upheaval, but also a great opportunity for miracles and tremendous faith to flourish. All is well. There has been a lot of turmoil. There will be a crumbling of what you have known so that higher, different and better dimensional society can thrive and flourish. The Future of Humankind unearthed by Kehrach. What you see now are the remnants of the old matrix. The inorganic life form and all that came with it is crumbling and dissolving. The artificial constructs of the old three-dimensional world cannot withstand the higher light from the galactic center. For in the higher frequencies of this light, everything is designed, created and powered by pure divine energy. There is no Armageddon. There is no judgment day. The world is not ending. It's beginning. What you are seeing now in your world is the collapse of the illusion. The dissolution of the false artificial matrix, fueled by fear, and the emergence of a new world, a new divine matrix, fueled by love. A higher consciousness has been established. A new perspective, a new foundation, a new way of peaceful and prosperous living is about to begin for humankind. You must let go of old beliefs and outdated ideas in order to comprehend the magnitude of what is unfolding. Accidents. Another train carrying chemicals has just derailed near Detroit, Michigan. In Texas, 16 cars carrying hazardous materials derailed when a truck hit the train. In South Carolina, there is another train derailment. The derailment in Palestine, Ohio, has left a lot of contamination. It is curious that it also happened in a village called Palestine. Ohio train may have burnt for 20 miles before derailing, according to video. An Ohio first responder says residents are suffering health problems after the derailment. Those living in the area of the derailment are advised to drink bottled water. Indoor pets die. Due to exposure to toxic fumes, dogs and cats around East Palestine, Ohio, are getting sick and in some cases perishing. A massive 5-acre fire has broken out a plastic boating shed in Kissimmee, Florida. UFOs. We are now shooting aliens out of the sky with technology so advanced that they travel light years away and could vaporize us with their advanced weapons, but we are shooting them down like ducks during hunting season. Biden says it is likely that the 3 domed objects are not related to a Chinese espionage program, but are linked to private companies. The latest information comes from former FBI investigator John DeSouza on the balloon drones, seen on many continents. He says they are from the dark side at the behest of China. This operation is called Kill Chain Attack. All this turmoil is because the corporation missed January 31st payment deadline and was given until this week to raise the funds. Some kind of black swan in the financial markets is likely. A source in the secret space program said, "You will know by the Ides of March." They have been able to access funds for Turkey. Remember Haiti? They raised $500 million and only built 6 houses. According to the Arcturian Council, the skies are full of spacecraft from all over the galaxy and other dimensions, and no one has ever shot down a spacecraft. Something being a UFO doesn't make it a spacecraft, but having the mainstream media and government officials talking about the possibility that it could have been aliens is great for everyone who wants it is to hurry up and land their ships already. You are being prepared for that experience. Soft disclosure is happening and will continue to happen. there will continue to be less laughter around the idea of extraterrestrial life. Kerry Cassidy's interview with William Tompkins. Nazi Germany received its 3-meter high reptiloid technology from the Draco constellation with the ability to shapeshift into humans. The rival Nordics of the Pleiades helped the US with technology because of the ancient rivalry between them and the Draco. Church of Scientology leader David Miscavige is actively concealing his whereabouts to avoid a federal human trafficking lawsuit, a judge rules. Lawyers had tried to locate and notify him 27 times. The lawsuit was filed by 3 former church members who claimed they were trafficked as children and forced to work as adults, according to the Daily Mail. Europe. 5th day of demonstrations in France against pension cuts. Police expected a turnout of between 400 and 600,000 people. France is in open revolt with demonstrations in more than 300 places against pension cuts. 500,000 demonstrators marched in Paris against Macron. Mali replaces French troops with Russian private security. Airport websites in Germany paralyzed by probable cyber attack. Millions of Apple users are wanted to change settings due to a vulnerability for iPhone, iPad and macOS devices, as Apple announced it would release security updates for those flaws. On Saturday, 11th February, hundreds of people marched in London in a carnival-themed parade to advocate for the release of WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange. How many people go missing in the UK every day? According to Missing People, some goes missing every 90 seconds. Every year, 170,000 people are reported missing, of which around 70,000 are children. In Denmark, more than 50,000 citizens came out to protest against the budget increase to send more weapons to Ukraine. Similar demonstrations are taking place in Spain, Peru, England, etc. Poland is ready to take on a new world order, said in quotes its prime minister. They say that the country has closed its border with Belarus and that Polish troops are fighting Ukrainian troops inside Ukraine. This would mean the partition of Ukraine. In Switzerland, activists forced the referendum to protect the use of cash. Quantum products in shops. In Geneva, the works of Professor Nicholas Gissin's group in the field of quantum cryptography has made him a pioneer and world leader in this field. The company ID Quantine sells inviolable encryption systems, and random number generators are available on some phones. Russia. Russia plans offensive on 24th February, says Ukraine's defense minister. It could involve the mobilization of 500,000 Russian troops in retaliation for the destruction of the Nord Stream pipeline. Cobra believes that the black nobility are designing this to try to create a third world war, and that to counter this, the forces of light are calling for an urgent peace meditation every 4 hours. Western components detected in Russian weapons. Russia has created an alliance that includes Turkey, Iran, Iraq, Syria, Egypt, and Saudi Arabia. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.